Kent Brockman, is that you? And no, he's probably a little too yellow for me. People bitch about the stupidest things. Tell me about it, dude. Hi me, I understand, and what I don't understand is why your name is Victor Oliveira and you can't speak Spanish. That's right, it's that time of the week. I am Jaime Rivera, this is Pocket Now, and this is our Pocketnow Daily Recap for last week. So on Monday I asked you how important are notification LEDs for you, as the rumors are that Apple is getting a glowing logo in the back of the iPhone 6 with the purpose of it being a notification LED. We have 754 comments, out of which Phil Culver says, notification LEDs are so 2006. My Pebble smartwatch is all I need for notifications, and with the iWatch coming soon, a notification LED would be pointless. That is the new trend, that is what's happening, but smartwatches aren't really taking off, so let's wait and see how that goes. Then Shannon Coleman says, notification logo on the back of a phone, how convenient, sarcasm. I still have to do an extra step, turning the phone back around to look at the screen, and you have a good point. At accessibility of the iPhone, you can actually turn on the flash to serve as a notification LED. You can do that with Galaxy phones as well, so it's not something that doesn't exist and not something that hasn't existed, and I don't see the point in it. I agree with you. Then Steve D says, iPhone fanboys say notification light is a gimmick on Android phones and now they will love it. You know, that all depends. Apple has done an amazing job with notification LEDs on their previous MacBook lineup, where you wouldn't even see where the LED was and it would shine for the battery indicator, which was really cool, and also the other notification LED that the company had for the MacBook. So if they would pull that off, then fine, but having it on the Apple logo is pointless. Then on Tuesday I asked you if you were planning to buy an iPhone 6 this year, as Apple's preparing for tremendous demand from the phone. They're asking for a staggering number of units from its suppliers. We have 943 comments, a lot of comments this week. Thanks a lot, guys. Starting with one of the commenters that says, it will be impossible to buy an iPhone 6 here in Brazil. The 5S costs $1,200 and the 6 will cost as much as a house. Yes, that is actually true. In every country outside the United States and outside of Europe, buying an iPhone is extremely expensive. So yeah, a lot of us struggle with that out here, but that being said, that's not the reality for everybody. So I do know that there is a market that won't be so happy about it, but you know the way this works. Then Mr. Chaotix03 says, I'm planning to get one in each of the iPhone sizes, and man, you've got a lot of cash, dude. Then another commenter says, I've got the HTC One M8 and I'm very impressed. I have zero interest in the iPhone. This is a very tough year for Apple. There are a lot of really great phones out there. The One M8, the LG G3, the GS5, yeah, why not? The Xperia Z3 is one of the ones that we're waiting for the most. So it's really tough for Apple to compete this year. Hopefully they can wow everybody. And if so, then fine, but a lot of people are like this. They're not even considering it anymore. Then on Wednesday I asked you, why do you think iPads are selling less and less? The news were that Apple's quarter results are in and the iPhone is selling more, but the iPad has been selling less for the past couple of quarters. We have 643 comments, out of which David Lahman, welcome back to the Pocketnow Daily Recap. iPad sales are down because everybody's got one. That is a tremendous point. A lot of people have noticed that the difference between the iPad Air and the iPad 4 is really almost nothing but design. So what is the point on upgrading if it's only a lighter product that can do the same things? Then JP Saravia says, iPad sales are down to better Android tablet options than in the past, especially Samsung and their endless options, and you are actually wrong there. Or I'm going to defer with your comment, and the reason why is because tablet sales are stagnant everywhere, not just on iPads. Everybody's having trouble selling tablets, mainly because they already bought a tablet and they haven't found the justification for spending so much money for a product that's not really a computer. Then Mr. Mao5 says, face it, the iPad is an iPhone with a bigger screen and everything is the same, so why buy something you already have? Even the iPod Touch 5th generation is like an iPhone. Apple needs to bring more feature-specific devices. This is probably the best comment of the week. It's long, but I chose it specifically because of that. Because, yes, the problem with tablets is this is just a bigger iPhone. This is just a bigger smartphone. And a lot of people are not willing to pay so much money for a tablet when they need extra functionality. Why not just buy a computer instead? Tablets were supposed to solve that, but they haven't really solved it, and a lot of people have realized that. And that's probably the reason why a lot of people are just staying with what they have. Then on Thursday, I asked you if you think it's smart for Apple to launch its iPhone separately this year, as the rumors are that this is part of the company's strategy, as number one, they can't actually have the bigger iPhone ready, and number two, apparently they want to launch it with the iWatch in December. And we have 367 comments, out of which Watan says, one single iPhone is enough for a year. I'd hate to have to change every 6 months. You don't have to change every 6 months, but you do have a point. It's really troublesome to have something cooler out there than what you bought 2 months earlier. Then Michael B, welcome back to the comments again. They should release both at the same time, like you said. I don't want to have a new iPhone be outdated 6 months after I get it. And yes, we were talking about 6 month cycles in the video, and 6 month cycles are cool for certain products, but Sony's not really having a good time revamping the Z1, Z2, Z3 6 months after the other. They haven't really found the success they're looking for because people don't want to feel that their products are obsolete, and so you hold back from buying because now that the Z3 is out, you're going to wait for the Z4 coming out in January. It leaves you a lot of problems. Then another commenter says one phone a year is the best cycle. A lot of people defer that, especially Samsung, but you know, it does work. One phone a year is more than enough from every category. I think that's the way it should be, but that's my opinion. Then on Friday, I asked you, what did you think about the Microsoft parody video of the Surface Pro 3 and OneNote? As the company released this sort of ad on YouTube that is probably one of the most ridiculous videos I've ever seen. We have 269 comments, out of which Mr. Joe says, my eggs popped out when I watched the ad. Lord have mercy on Windows. And yes, Lord have mercy on Microsoft, and have mercy in you as well. Are you okay? Then we said, Eduardo says, I love Microsoft products, Windows Phone, etc. But this is utterly disgusting. And you know, Microsoft has had some very good ads, like the Really campaign, but it completely deterred from the purpose of selling a phone. So it's like if their ad agency doesn't really get it sometimes. I don't understand. Then Dustin Carmel says, this is not an ad made by an ad agency. It was a fun project made by the OneNote team. Hence why it doesn't look like they're professionals. They aren't. They are engineers having fun. Don't be jerks. We are not jerks, number one. Number two, the video production requires a professional crew. So even if they were having fun, there was production involved. One. Two, if you're going to be showing this on YouTube to the whole world, you better make sure that what you're doing is good. It's like us doing a crappy video and expecting you guys to like it. So the problem really is whether it was made by an ad agency or not. Does it give you the right message to buy a product? And the problem is the video didn't. It was actually mocking its own products. So the biggest problem is, even if this wasn't an ad that aired in the Super Bowl, it's really not something that makes you want to buy their products. And that's really the reason why, if it's not that cool, then why publish it? That's it for our Pocketnow Daily Recap. Thank you very much for watching. A couple of tips if you want your comments to be featured. Number one, keep them short. Number two, stick to the point. Number three, try to get some thumbs up. It helps us spot them a lot easier. You can also follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You can follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you next week.